So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On second down, here's Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere dip into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking it?
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Drops it underneath to Dixon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On first down, it's Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good pickup there of 22. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And he's got some space here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. He won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And his throw here's incomplete. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Again on second and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Focus, focus. Snickers, you gotta spin. Monday.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A.J. Derby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now on first, Dixon again. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. With it is Brown. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Snickers, you gotta spin. You good from the ball?
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now here come the Ravens. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now Jackson on 1st down, buying time to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it with Dixon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape. They'll run with Walton, and he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Walton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate down but alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players in this.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, Jackson flush to his right. And some room to work. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Jackson looking deep for Crabtree. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll go option to the short side. Room to run past midfield. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. And he's got it. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he fires one incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.